But as always, we like to lead off our program with a moment in time. And today's moment in time, Sheed, is June 13th, 2004. This one should be kind of obvious.
Oh, yeah, that's a chip.
Yeah, okay. So it was not just
Yeah.
the chip, but it was the game that you got pissed off at something. Chauncey once told us that he would go to the refs and lobby them that, hey, can you tee Sheed up? Because we need to get some energy on this team. And sometimes to get you going gets the rest of the team going. We're in the middle of the third quarter. Look at that score, by the way, 49-49 halfway through the third. Maybe it was this play. Oh, okay. Do you remember this moment? Because you're about to go crazy for the rest of the game here. What got you going right there?
Yeah, I remember because when I went up to block his shot that second time, he knew he couldn't get it off. So I pretty much tried to snuff the shot. And afterwards, he shot a little flare elbow. Now I could deal with, I could deal with something, but not dirty play. That's the one because I'm not gonna play you dirty. So don't try to play me dirty. Right there. And then boom, shot me a little elbow right there. So no, don't try to play dirty against me. You know what I'm saying? You can if you bust my ass, you bust my ass straight up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do all the dirty shit. And from that point on, that's what it was. I was like, all right. And I told the rest, I said, I'm gonna make y'all call this foul shit now. Y'all want to call that ticky tack shit on me? I'm gonna make y'all call it. And I told him to get him. You better get that kid off of me. They ain't want to listen.
That was Medvedenko, I believe. So you give him first play down the floor. There is a drop step little mini sky hook, and you're talking at this point. Get this guy off me, or y'all in trouble. Pretty much. Warn the referees. Is that what's going on here? Because
the whole time. No, I'm just talking. And when Rick tried to come double, I'm just talking to their bench.
You're not even celebrating. You're like you're legitimately offended at this point. They still got him on you.
Yeah, I was. I'm like, that's how it go because I think he was in there at the time because they was saying I think it was something mailman, his back or his knee or it was something, where he couldn't play all those minutes as he did, in the previous games and during the season. So they put this kid in here on me and oh yeah, it was time to go. It was time to go. So, all systems go.
There's a zoom in. Now you're playing some defense here as well. And I haven't seen you move like that since Carolina, my friend, in overtime at Duke. Look at you busting your ass down the floor. This is now a 13-5 run to give the Pistons a lead here. 9:24 left in the fourth quarter. The score 62-58. Points are hard to come by. But man, that one little chicken wing changed this series pretty much. Because this was game 5 is as pivotal of a point in the series as it gets. And you have admitted, you're not the demanding the ball, give it to me right now, isolate, I'm going to go to work. And for you to kind of pick this moment, there's Rip getting you open. And it's almost slow foot in the house there with Shaq. That's the ability to stretch the floor that we've been talking about this entire time.
I wasn't necessarily calling for the ball, but they knew like, all right, he got the hot hand. So let's ride the hot hand. That's pretty much normal. But they was like, look, all right, shit, we're just going to keep feeding him. Just going to keep feeding him like the same way we did Rip when he had 55 in the garden one time. It wasn't the fact that we was like specifically like, no, Rip, we're Rip. No, it was just through the offense. And boom, once he caught that high hand, we was like, all right, we're going to ride that shit out till he missed.
What a luxury, though. That's a true championship team in which every night you don't know. It could be Rip, it could be Tayshaun, it could be Chauncey, or during this game 4, it was Rasheed Wallace. That you have so many different options that if someone's got it, all of the players on the team are more than happy to defer to that individual. And all it took was getting you going there a little bit. And while you weren't necessarily demanding, the team is able to recognize and it just naturally flows. I know it's a lot of mid-range, but, from that highlight reel, a lot of them ended up going in, So that's, once again, a different game, different era. I think there was a lot more with more star power, more A-listers in the NBA today. If you're at that point in the finals, that's either going to be a Durant, a Giannis, LeBron's, or the Anthony Davises, the major names are always going to be the guys who get the first right of refusal on those mid-range plays that you're trying to close out in the half-court set. But the Pistons, once again, had the luxury of so many different guys and just it felt more like a democracy as opposed to a basketball dictatorship.